Hello and welcome to another video by George's Shed. In today's video we're going to be upgrading this fly-sky fs-i6 6-channel radio to 10 channels with just a software update. So let's get started. Okay, so as previously said, this is the fs-i6 transmitter. Now, this transmitter is a few years old now, but it's still incredibly good, especially after we do this mod. So this transmitter you can get for about £35 on eBay. That's the sort of price that I got this at. But today we're going to upgrade this from its default 6 channels to 10 channels. So this obviously massively increases its usefulness because you can use all these switches and dials at the top all at once, because as default you can only use 2 of these switches, or you can only use 2 auxiliary channels. So what you're going to need to do this mod is an FTDI breakout board. So again, this can be got off eBay for only a few pounds, pretty cheap. So what we need to do is we need to connect this programmer to the back of the transmitter. So I'm going to put a diagram up now, and how we want to connect this is we want to put the ground pin on the FTDI breakout to the ground on the transmitter, so you can just sort of push it onto the outside edge. We want to go in to put the transmit pin in the RX pin and the RX pin in the transmit pin. So those are the only 3 connections we need. So now that's plugged in, we can plug the FTDI breakout into our computer. So if this is the first time you've ever used an FTDI breakout board, then you're going to have to download the drivers online. It's a very simple process. You just type in FTDI breakout drivers, click on the first link and follow the instructions that they give you to install it. So now we've done that, we want to go into download the new software. So if we go onto the computer and if you type in the fs-i6 mod, then you go on the first link, which is the Ben Bojangles fly-sky 6 mod. And then you go down to the 10 channel mod i6 updater. And then go down to the 10 channel mod i6 programmer version 1.5. And then you want to download the exe file, so you just press this button here. So once you've downloaded it, you then need to find it in your downloads, which is often easier said than done. So there it is, the 10 channel mod for the i6 programmer. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open it. And now you're going to want to put your transmitter into programmer mode. So what you need to do is you need to push the throttle trim up and the rudder trim to the right. Correction, you want to go and put the throttle trim down and the rudder trim to the right and turn on the transmitter. So what you'll notice is that the screen is blank, and although the power switch is on, there's nothing on the screen. And this is what you should see. So then you're going to want to go onto your computer, and if you don't know what port it is, then you can just check in Device Manager and click Open Port. So as you can see, it's picked up that this is the fly-sky 6 and it's got version 1.10 software on it. And this is because I've already done this mod, so I'm not going to program it again because you will lose your settings. So you just press Program and this bar will whiz across and it'll install the new software. So once that's done, you can unplug all the wires from the back and forget about the programmer. And then you can turn the transmitter off, and then now we can turn it back on. So it should look exactly the same as before. However, if we go into the menu and go into Setup and we go down to Display, then you can see now we've got all 10 channels being displayed. So now we've upgraded a 6 channel transmitter to a 10 channel transmitter for essentially a couple of pounds. So that is very good, and this makes this transmitter such good value for money, because 10 channels for £35 is so cheap. So some of these switches might not work straight away after you've updated it, and that's because they'll probably need to be mapped. So you just go into the firmware and go into auxiliary outputs, and then you can map all the switches so all of them will work at once. So that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Bye!